All right, thank you everyone. We're very excited to welcome you to this first of our webinar series introducing our new ExxonMobil Signature Polymers brand. This effort and this initiative was really born more than 2 years ago when we really started to look at how are we going to differentiate ourselves? How are we going to continue to lead in a market that is ever changing and changing pretty rapidly? We recognize that a lot of things are affecting our customers and are affecting the industry. And we as ExxonMobil have a significant role to play in helping the industry move forward. Signature Polymers is the embodiment of our attempt to do just that. And today we're going to walk you through what this initiative is. We're really excited to welcome a number of our customers to this webinar. I know a number of you have heard about this from our sales reps that have shared it, but we want to make sure that many of the employees at our customers and our brand owner partners and our industry associations also have a chance to hear about Signature Polymers. So again, we welcome you to this event today. I'll introduce myself as the speaker of this webinar. So my name is Alicia Crown, and I am the global brand manager for our Signature Polymers portfolio. I have been at ExxonMobil about 10 years, really focused on marketing and commercial roles across the world in Brazil, in Asia, and in the US. Before that, I worked for about 10 years at Dow Chemical, always really focused on polymers and polyolefins, polyethylene, polypropylene, and plastomers. So I really live and breathe our industry, and I have for a really long time, which is why I'm really excited to share what we're doing for our industry going forward with Signature Polymers.
This is chemistry. It's what forms polymers into materials that are reliable, agile, and driven by innovative creation. ExxonMobil Signature Polymers uses chemistry to help develop the building blocks that support industries, from packaging to agriculture to automotive, industrial to retail. What we believe in, though, is a more powerful kind of chemistry, the kind that transforms ideas, that turns a plan into something real, that can bring the impossible within reach. It forms relationships that are reliable, agile, and driven by innovative creation. For decades, we've been known as one of the premier polymer manufacturers in the industry. From now on, we want to be known for something more important.
ExxonMobil is one of the first names I always mention. I'm proud of our relationship. I believe ExxonMobil is a national treasure.
We're your innovation partner. From ideation to production, we're developing new solutions to exceed customer expectations and that can help support your sustainability goals. We at ExxonMobil Signature Polymers believe that progress is fueled by collaboration. That's why we're listening more carefully to our partners to not just choose the right product, but solve the real problem.
They know our operations, they know our operations managers, they know our sales team, they know our executive team. ExxonMobil, I can call up on a Friday at 4 o'clock, and somebody's going to pick up the phone and somebody's going to give me an answer.
We're your expertise partner. This industry never stands still. You need the insights, awareness, and foresight to know how to stay one step ahead. With ExxonMobil Signature Polymers, you get a global perspective with access to worldwide best practices. We're always developing that expertise because we know our customers are demanding answers to challenging questions. We're working to be smart, to think big, to leverage our knowledge to find more innovative ways forward. Because the real secret to great ideas can't be reproduced in any factory.
ExxonMobil has always been very proactive in understanding our needs. We are getting the services, we are getting the support, and at times we take it for granted.
We're your partner. The most important part of our approach won't be found in our advanced production labs or our cutting-edge quality control testing. It's that our intention is to listen first, then find the best approach, then make it happen. Every day, we're striving to provide the best service in the industry to the partners who depend on us, which is the real reason people keep coming back to work with ExxonMobil Signature Polymers.
It's the people.
It's the people.
사람들 때문에.
It's the people.
மக்களுக்காக.
It's the people.
लोगों के कारण.
At ExxonMobil Signature Polymers, we believe in putting the right people on the right challenge anything is possible with the right partner. We're that partner, so that together we can deliver innovative solutions that make a difference.
So 2 years ago, as I mentioned, we as an organization, as a business, were thinking through and discussing all of the changes that are occurring, from the number of competitors that are entering this space to the number of applications that our products go into, to the misperception of the value that our products bring in the industry and a number of regulations that are occurring. And we really sat down and started to think about how are we going to build a strategy for the future. And part of that strategy is how do we work with our customers? How do we ensure that our customers continue to choose us to work with them on their development needs, on their product needs, and on their strategy needs? So we sat down and we said, okay, how do we do this? How do we build a strategy that can help us be successful for years to come and help our customers be successful? We started with a lot of research. We started with a lot of questions. We wanted to ask those in the market, not just ourselves. We wanted to ask the people who work with us, from customers to brand owners to OEMs and members of industry associations. How are we perceived? We may have a perception of ourselves that is different than how our customers perceive us. So we really wanted to spend time to understand what that looks like and ask ourselves, what strengths do we have and what weaknesses do we have and what can we do to really build a strategy going forward. So we conducted research to over 400 of our customers and brand owners and associations around the world, really focused on answering those questions. And what we found was pretty consistent and very clear and often very concise. So we've summarized all of those pages and pages of research down into this. But really, the number one thing that consistently came across was that ExxonMobil is has a lot of trust and delivers our products in a very reliable way. So trust and reliability is very much a pillar of what we have been doing over the past 30 years. And it is, of course, something that we will continue to ensure we deliver on. Our brand awareness, understanding we have so many trademarks across our polyolefins businesses. And one of the things that we tried to do was to understand how our products are organized and if that is useful or not with our customers. And we got a lot of feedback that we have a lot of well-known products, that we are well known for being innovation leaders in the markets that we serve. But the sheer number of trademarks that we have and the way that we number our products can often be confusing. The third thing is that we have a very strong reputation of innovation, and we're very proud of that reputation. We spend a lot of resources, a lot of time, and a lot of money on R&D, on developing new solutions for the markets that we participate in, for the products that we develop. We do a lot of research on process, not just product, but optimizing so that we can ensure we stay as reliable as possible and deliver products that have very good quality control. But the feedback from this research was pretty clear. That is all very good. But the most important thing to our customers is being able to supply technology support on the day-to-day issues that our customers have. Making sure that we have people that can help them solve process issues, that can help them solve extruder issues, that can help them solve issues where we have expertise or know-how, and we can leverage that on their behalf. That is so valuable. Relationships, people, it's all about the people, as the video just talked to. Relationships are critical in our industry. We are a human-to-human interaction, understanding development, understanding inventory, everything that you guys deal with. Having somebody that answers the phone, that picks up, that understands your issues is really important. And what's really interesting about the research that came in is that we do this really well, a lot of times and in a lot of places, but not everywhere. So this is something that you're going to see as we walk through what Signature Polymers is really trying to make sure that we take our best and do that in more places more often. And the final thing is sustainability. There's not a single person who works in the polymers industry that isn't thinking about sustainability and how we can deliver more sustainable products more often. In fact, it's really important for us as ExxonMobil to be at the forefront of this. We've certainly done a lot in the past few years, and we will continue to do more in the coming years and decades to make sure that our products and the value that our products bring are understood, but that the problems that our industry faces also has things to address, especially in plastic waste. We want to keep material out of landfills. That's why we are so focused on advanced recycling. We want to address plastic waste. So again, while the feedback was very encouraging, we did identify something that we think is a unique strength and something that if we really focus on it can lead competitive advantages for the future. And that is service and partnership. That is really focusing on people. It's focusing on you, our customers, to make sure that what we are offering matches up with what you need. Because we know that great service and partnership is of incredible value to our customers. And that, like I said earlier, when we are at our best, the feedback is really encouraging because it's our people, even more than our products, that really can make the difference. So what you'll see going forward is that we will continue to offer industry-leading products. We will continue to be a leader in sustainability and in innovation. But we will orient ourselves and really focus on service and partnership as the cornerstone of our brand going forward. In fact, our brand ambition, as stated, is very simple, but somewhat audacious. It is to be the industry's most valued partner, and it is to be the industry's most valued partner globally. This is an objective that we want to keep in front of us. It's an objective that we will measure with the voices of our customers going forward, because ultimately it's about, do our customers see us as a partner? Do our customers see us as somebody that is helping them and helping their business grow and thrive, not just selling pellets of polyolefin materials? That is what our ambition is, and that's what we're going to try to achieve. But we're going to try to achieve it in a few different ways. We know that you have a choice. And in fact, the number of competitors in the polyethylene, polypropylene, and elastomers space has significantly increased over the past decade and will continue to increase because our industry is a very value-added industry. So the number of players will continue to grow. In order for us to stay top of mind for our customers, we must deliver on a commitment of service and partnership, focused on people and proactivity, delivering on that commitment, and really backed by truly meaningful and significant actions. So it's not just words on a page, it's things that we're doing to enact this brand ambition and really make sure that we are seen as the industry's most valued partner. We'll do this a number of ways. The first one is really leveraging the things that we already do well, doing them more often, doing them better. We will dedicate ourselves to becoming our customer's partner and really focusing on your success in order to achieve that label. And then it is from order to delivery and beyond, making sure that our customer experience, which we know is not always perfect today, and it won't always be perfect in the future, but what we will strive to do is to measure, to take action on where we need to continually improve and listen and get better at our customer touch points. So today, I mentioned it earlier, we have a world-class facility all around the world. We have 13 million tons of polyethylene that we produce. We have more than 3 million tons of polypropylene that we now produce post China 1, and we have almost 1 million tons of elastomers and plastomers. So we have that global footprint. We have that scale. We have that reliability, right? We will continue to invest in building those assets to make sure that we remain a supplier that is available and that we have capacity that meets the needs of the growing demand of polymers going forward. We've also really focused over the past 8 years or so on really deepening our understanding of the markets that we participate in, whether that's building and construction or hygiene and medical or flexible packaging or agricultural films. We have teams of people around the world that are dedicated to understanding those markets, not just regionally, but globally, taking that understanding, making sure that our product development is then aligned with those market needs that we understand, driving insights, sharing those insights with our customers to make sure that we are all rowing in the same direction. Innovation, we have 4 global technology centers around the world. We are very focused on our innovation, as I mentioned. We will remain focused on our innovation, but what you'll see is that we want to tailor that innovation even further. We want to make sure that our resources are deployed in such a way that is the most beneficial to our customers in the short, medium, and long term. And sustainability. Over the past few years, we have really made a lot of strides being a leader in advanced recycling and making sure that that is a solution within our industry. We're also working on other things like bio-based materials. Our low carbon solutions is working on a number of initiatives as well, because bigger than polyolefins, it's also about the energy transition. So ExxonMobil is committed in a way that, especially the way that we publicly commit is significantly different than 5-10 years ago. And it's something that we will continue to invest in and continue to deliver on. But we're also going to be doing some new additional things. So we will strengthen what we do today, but we want to make sure that we're adding some things that really help us reach our brand ambition over time and really develop an offer that provides even greater service and partnership to you. Some of those things are listed here. The first thing is what we call our specific customer commitments. It's not enough for us to have a tagline and have a video and have some content. Our organization needs to understand what it means to what needs to happen in order for us to be the industry's most valued partner, and what we need to do with each customer in order to ensure that that happens. So what we've done is we've designed and outlined specific behaviors that we anticipate our employees using with our external partners to make sure that happens. So we'll walk through those. We have our Polyview events, which I'll talk through, which are annual events in different locations, really focused on driving conversation, driving collaboration, and fostering partnerships across the industry and across the value chain. We have our Signature Polymers Academy, which will come in the second half of 2025. So it's really oriented around a series of classes or modules that we will offer to our customers' employees for them to send to our sites to have a 2 or 3 day training session. Courses from Polymers 101 to market insights to strategy development. You'll hear more about that in late first quarter next year. So we're really excited about rolling that out. And then we are making some changes to our product portfolio. So we are not changing any products. The composition of our products with this initiative stay exactly the same. But what we are doing is we are simplifying. When we listened to the customer feedback, it was evident to us that we've had a proliferation of naming. We've had a proliferation of trademarks. We haven't had a really thoughtful approach of how we categorize and how we name our products in a way that's truly helpful to the people who buy those products. So that's something we are changing. And in the short term, I assure you, you'll look at it and say, oh, this is a pretty big change management. And it is. It's not simple because it's all of our polyethylene products and a number of our polypropylene products. These names are changing, but the intent of changing them, of reorganizing them, is to be more helpful to our customers for simplification and much better navigation. And then we also have a couple of things coming in the future. One is a more robust and more tailored and more transparent Signature Polymers offer, meaning really defining what it is that we offer to our customers, from payment terms to delivery options and technical support and all of those things, making sure that it's clear what that service level offer is. And then our Signature Polymers Hub. So our One Connect portal, improving that, making it more user-friendly, adding more functionality to that. That's something that we are also working on pretty heavily, and hopefully that will be launched in 2027. So our customer commitments. So these are the behaviors that we have trained our entire organization on. So over 1,000 people across the globe have been trained on these. And it's really about making sure that when we are with customers, or we are with our industry partners, that we have a way of acting and a way of thinking about our customers and our partners that is truly helpful. So I keep using that word helpful, but that's because that is really what our brand is about. It's about how can we be the most helpful to our customers around the world. So the first one, we listen, learn, and delight. We want to make sure that we are listening first, that our people are understanding and listening and hearing what the issues of our customers are, that we're taking that information and we're learning from it, and we're leveraging our broader organization to then come back and help solve or help inform any of the issues that our customers are facing or opportunities that they are facing. Number two, we make customers' business our business. This is critical. In order for us to be your supplier of choice, in order for us to be the most valued partner, we have to understand our customers in a more deep way. We have to understand them. We have to make sure that we are working to orient our support and our resources to help them succeed. So it's really important that we are focused on you, our customers. Number three, we communicate with speed and unity. This is also very critical because in order for us to do number one and number two, we need to be making sure that we hear the issues, that if there's an issue that arises, whether it's a supply chain issue or an order entry issue or a development issue, that we are communicating, that you're not hearing things from three disparate voices or functions, that we are communicating with unity and at a frequency that is helpful to our customers. Number four, we solve before we sell. We want to think not just about the latest product that we have, not just about the latest solution that we've developed. We certainly will continue to share those, but we want to share them in a way that's thinking really hard about how it fits into our customers' portfolio, how it fits into our customers' strategy and growth plans, so that our development efforts are more successful and more tailored to what our customers really need. And number five, we operate with trust and transparency. This is a pillar of what ExxonMobil has always been and will always be. It's very important to us to write this down and have this be something that our customers and our value chain partners can rely on. Our focus on on ethics, on trust will not wane. An increased focus on transparency is something we strive for. We want to make sure that we're letting you know when we can share things and when we can't share things. And then when we can't share, because there are some things that for IP reasons, for legal reasons, or other things that we cannot share, but we want to make it clear why. So that transparency element is also very, very important for us. All right, so going to Polyview. So Polyview is an industry event. It will be held 3 times a year going forward. We did one event in Houston in 2024, and we will do 2, and we did another one just a couple of weeks ago. And we're doing one in Mumbai next week and then one in Brussels the week after. We're really excited about these events. They're really meant to bring the industry leaders together. They're not big events. They're more intimate. They're events that are focused on external voices and perspective so that they can foster a dialogue of collaboration and partnership. But we're really excited about these. There's some things that we will do annually going forward, but in different locations. And we hope to also have an insights report that gets developed that goes along with our PolyView event going forward. So our academy. So the Signature Polymers Academy really will strive to be a gold standard training academy where, again, multiple people from across the industry can meet to learn, grow, and connect in the spirit of learning, right? So we'll have a number of different courses, things from Polymers 101, as I mentioned, market insights, the strategy development. We will have certification. We will have a number of different other activities that happen during this time. They'll be hosted on our campuses around the world. We're planning on doing it at 4 campuses, and we'll launch them in second half of 2025. So the information for these academies will be shared publicly with our customers at the end of first quarter. So we're really looking forward to sharing that with you, and we hope that you will find it very valuable. And as I mentioned, there are a couple of other initiatives that we are working on very hard. One is that transparent, tailored Signature Polymers offer to make sure that it is clear what level of service our customers get. And then our Signature Polymers Hub, which is the next generation customer portal that we are working on developing with our IT and our business transformation organization. So moving to our simplified portfolio, which is really important to spend a little bit of time going through. And I really want to spend just a bit of time talking you through why we're making these changes. The first one is that across our businesses in polymers, we have quite a few trademarks that we manage globally. One of the things that we did when we did the research to look at where are our strengths and where are our opportunities to improve, one of the clear opportunities to improve was how our products are named and organized. The feedback was really clear that it can be very confusing unless one of our customers only buys 1 or 2 grades from us, and it's pretty simple. When there's a buyer of multiple products, it can be very confusing which trade names are what and what they mean and what they stand for. And then our numbering system can be very confusing. So how we categorize things, how many brands we carry right now, it became clear to us that we should sit down and work with a team to try to identify how it could be done, and really thinking through a customer lens. So if you are a buyer of these products, how could it be organized that is more helpful to that buyer, to that purchaser? So again, simplifying it, going to a clear and more intuitive structure, categorizing by value and benefit, making sure that it is clear as people navigate our portfolio what the product names mean instead of having more arbitrary names. We feel like with polyolefins, we want to have names that are more meaningful, and just reducing the number of trademarks, right? So that we can build stronger awareness and stronger brand equity instead of diluting it over a number of different names. So this is how the overall structure looks. So I'll walk you through each of these in a moment, but there are basically 3 categories that we have reduced down to. The first one is our core category. So these are our everyday products, our commodity grades. They'll carry the ExxonMobil brand. They are very valuable for our customers because they are stalwart grades, if you will. And then we have our high performance category, which is our Exceed brand. So Exceed has been around for over 30 years. We will maintain and kind of elevate that brand to include other types of products. So this is a change from before, where Exceed was a metallocene brand, metallocene polyethylene brand. And going forward, it's going to be our high performance brand. So you will start to see different materials that are high performance, that have the attributes that we celebrate in this trait, in this brand, be present. We will have polypropylenes under Exceed. We will have high densities under Exceed. So this is no longer just a metallocene polyethylene brand. It is a multi-purpose brand meant to really encompass the types of products that deliver high performance and then are oriented under different attributes. So you'll see we have Exceed Flow, we have Exceed Tough, and we have Exceed Stiff. When a product carries the sub-brand, it's because that product has exceptional performance in that attribute. So the Exceed Flows, most of our heritage enable grades are now under the Exceed Flow, where flow denotes processability, ease of extrusion. So that's where our our enable grades go. Exceed Tough, a lot of our Exceed XP resins, which are all about extreme toughness, they'll now be called Exceed Tough. Now, some grades also will carry a plus, so Exceed Flow Plus or Exceed Tough Plus. When they carry the plus, it's because it denotes some other attribute that they excel in. So Exceed Flow Plus, we may be positioning that product for processability and toughness. We may be positioning it for processability and stiffness. Same thing with tough. If it's a grade, whether it's polyethylene or polypropylene, that's extremely tough, but it also carries another attribute like clarity or stiffness or processability, the plus is meant to denote an additional attribute that we are promoting because it has an exceptional performance. The enhanced performance category will carry 3 brands. The Extra brand is a new brand, and this brand is meant, again, to denote an extra level of performance that is added. The enhanced performance category are really our modifiers. They're things that we add to formulations to get a little bit of a kick for different product, for different product properties, such as sealing or cling or adhesion, or haptics and softness. Will remain, the Vistamax brand will remain as it is. Those products are not changing. And then there are some of our current exact grades that will be rebranded under Extra Seal and some that will remain as exact. So as I mentioned, ExxonMobil is the core performance category. There are everyday resins, there are stalwart resins, and they deliver very good performance, quality, and value. So there are core resins. They will keep the ExxonMobil name. Many of our products already carry this brand: ExxonMobil PP grades, ExxonMobil LD, ExxonMobil C4LL, EVA, and ENBA. The Exceed category, again, will have polyethylene, it will have polypropylene underneath this brand. This is the premium portfolio of polyolefin resins that provide that high performance in one or multiple different attributes. And they're, of course, used in a wide range of applications and processes. Flow is meant to denote processability. Flow Plus is processability plus something else that we're promoting. Exceed Tough are resins that have an exceptional amount of toughness versus other resins in their class. And Tough Plus is when we want to promote toughness and another attribute, etc. Extra, so our enhanced performance category, which is really our Extra, our Vistamax, and our Exact. These are our modifiers, as I said. These provide something additional to a formulation, whether it's cling or softness or sealing. We have a number of different resins. Our EAA, or a number of our EAA copolymers will become Extra Adhere. A number of our sealant grades will be named under Extra Seal. And then Vistamax and Exact will we'll retain those trademarks. Our naming system for polyethylene is significantly simplified. Historically, for metallocene grades, we have carried the MI density naming conventions. So we've had enabled 2010, for example, or exceed 1018. Those two numbers, or two sets of two numbers or two digits, have represented MI and density. What's changing is historically we had enable was density MI, and exceed was MI density. We are standardizing across our portfolio. So all of our polyethylene grades will have an indicator 1 or an indicator 2. For our linear low grades, that's MI and density, as you'll see in a moment. For our EAA or our comonomers, it's going to be MI and percent comonomer content. For LD, it will be MI and density. The point here is that we are going to be very specific with what the numbering is in our products, so that when somebody reads the product name, it is clear, certainly more clear than it is today with some of our arbitrary numbering systems, what that product is. So here's some examples, right? We will have different polymer types. Because our brands are no longer tied to a specific type of polymer, Exceed is no longer just metallocene. There are high densities in Exceed. What you will see is that we'll have our brand name, we'll have our product type, polymer type, and then we'll have a series of numbers, which are the indicators, which indicate most of the time it's MI in either density or comonomer content. For our high density grades, we've flipped those because it is industry standard. So we're following the industry convention, because again, the whole reason we're doing this is to try to be more helpful to the people that buy these products. So we're simplifying things. There will be a dot, a period. That dot indicates that whatever numbering comes after it or lettering comes after it, that lettering or numbering is the ad pack. So those ad packs are a little bit more arbitrary, but they're specific to the type of ergophos or ergonox or PPA that's in the product. So those do not change. Any existing ad packs, whether it was ML, MK, RA, etc., those will carry over into the new nomenclature. So what's changing and what's not changing? As I've mentioned, there is no change to the grade slate. There's no change to the product composition. This is a name change and a packaging change only. Ad packs remain the same. The material codes remain the same. So we're changing the mask, we're changing what it's called. We are not changing the actual product at all. What is changing? The packaging art design, as you'll see in a moment. We are simplifying because we are eliminating a lot of different trademarks. We are simplifying our packaging to be more streamlined. We will have the brand and the sub-brand on the package. The polymer types become critical in this design. So whether it's a high density, whether it's a C4LL, a C6LL, a metallocene LL, an EVA, an EMVA, etc., that's really important to have on the product front and center. The documentation is changing because the names are changing. So what you will see on the C of A's or the product data sheets or whatnot, that documentation is changing, as well as our collateral on the websites, because as we navigate, we will move to these new names. Now, what's important to remember is that this change will not happen instantaneously. We have a change management team that has started this process and will continue the process. So each of our assets will change over at different times, and your sales reps can give you more information on that. But the goal is to have all of our names switched over by the middle of next year, the middle of 2025. And with that, we'll move completely to our new architecture. In the meantime, there is what we call our dual name transition phase. So we will have a period of time where on a number of our documents, we will have our legacy names, so the names that you currently know them as, and the future names, the names that adhere to that architecture we just defined. So a number of documents will have our legacy and new names on them for a period of time through 2025. And then asset that changes over, whether it's an HD asset, an LD asset, a polypropylene asset, there will be a letter that comes to the buyers of products off of that asset, alerting them to the timing of the name change and that it is just a name change. So if there are any issues with qualification or anything like that, we are here to support and make sure that you have the documentation that you need in making these changes. This is a schematic that really shows the simplification of our packaging. We are moving again to 3 categories, 3 brands: ExxonMobil, Exceed, and Extra. So the colors get simplified, and the number of bag designs get simplified as well. There's a lot that we've done and we will do and we will continue to build on in order to support you through this transition. We have, obviously, our website has been updated. The PDFs and SDSs will get updated when the assets change over. So if you were to go today, which is November 7th, and you were to go look at Exceed 1018 as an example, it still shows up as Exceed 1018 and only Exceed 1018 because that asset will not change over for the metallocene products until early next year. When those assets turn over is when the PDFs and the SDSs, the documentation will get uploaded into our system. In the meantime, we have a cheat sheet that's on the website that you can access that gives you a full list of all of our grades, our current grades, and their new names, so that you can sort through that. But the product finder and the product selector all gets updated as we transition. So it won't fully be updated until the transitions are complete, which will be the June of next year. Okay, I went through this already, but making sure that you understand that grade change occurs with asset timing. The letters are sent to each of our customers at the beginning of that month. So most of the transitions occur the last week of the month. The letters go out the first week of the month. If you have any questions at any time, we have contact us on our website. Or you can contact your sales rep, or you can use the signature.polymers@exxonmobil.com to ask your questions as well. So in summary, it really is important to say again, because this isn't just words on a page. This is how we want to be known. This is how we want to be perceived. And this is how we want our customers to value us going forward. We want our customers to see us as the most valuable partner they have. In order to do that, we have to listen, we have to understand, we have to deliver on commitments, and we have to enhance the experience at every touch point. We want to improve our thought leadership. We want to improve our presence in the industry as a whole to make sure that we are being as helpful as possible, not just to our customers, but to the industry, and to be an advocate for the products and the value that our products bring to society. This is not some far-off ambition. Over 1,000 people have been trained on what we're doing on this launch. There's a lot of enthusiasm that we've heard from the customers we've talked to so far. There's a lot of enthusiasm internally as well, because we want our customers to succeed just as much as we want to succeed. So, and our success is dependent on our customers' success. So partnering together is something that we're all very excited about. There are a number of initiatives that have already been launched. The architecture changes are underway. We've done the Polyview events. We'll do the Signature Polymers Academy next year. And again, all of those behaviors and those customer commitments have been communicated, and our organizations have been trained on those. So we really hope that your business will begin to see the fruits of this effort very soon, if not already. And you'll continue to see the value creation year over year. In summary, I just want to read a short manifesto. We believe the most important chemistry is between people. The truest bonds happen with a handshake. That flexibility, strength, and durability are how partnerships thrive. ExxonMobil's Signature Polymers exists to help you create, discover, or forge solutions. Our approach is different than others. We believe if you put the right people on the right challenge, you can do anything. So bring your impossible, your unsolvable, you're out of reach. We're ready. Thank you very much.